What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another and final prediction video. This one for the Super Bowl. And guys and ladies around the world. Ladies are probably more happy. Guys, not so happy about what the Super Bowl is going to be. I know the guy below me is not the happiest. But
One time for the Swifties.
How you guys feeling about the Chiefs making it once again?
Let's go, baby. The dynasty continues. Let's go.
So the whole who I'm rooting for in the Super Bowl comes down to strictly who do I think deserves one more, Saquon or D-Hop.
Just those two?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about anybody else on either team.
What about Juju?
See, and Juju kind of makes me want the Eagles to win. I don't want him to get another.
Anyone that was on the Steelers and leaves, he's like, fuck him.
Was he?
I think he was there last year, right?
Juju.
No, he was with New England.
He's a Super Bowl champ.
Oh my god.
He probably won it like 2 years ago with them.
He was.
Yeah, with 2022 he won it. Or no, 2022. The first year.
I'd say they're on their way to a three-peat.
Yeah, Kansas City, New England, Kansas City. Yeah, I don't want him to win another one.
Before we go into Super Bowl talk and predictions, do we want to discuss the championship games?
Let's discuss it. Let's go with the first game, Washington at Philly, to where Philly kind of whooped some ass, 55-23, and Saquon played, again, amazing. I don't think he's had a terrible game all year.
I'll tell you one thing. Didn't expect the Eagles to put up 55.
Hell no.
No.
You know, they're talking about Jalen Hurts was hurt. He can't run. He has to sit in the pocket and throw. I did not see 55 points. God dang. I mean, talk about belt to ass. They dominated offensively, defensively, running the ball, throwing the ball. Like, listen, if you're the Commanders, you're happy, you're satisfied, you look at the future, looks bright. You know, I can see some free agents even wanting to go there. Like, hell, Jaden Daniels looks like a fun guy to play with. Dan Quinn kind of acted like Dan Campbell a little bit. Go for it on fourth down every time, the first drive. So, looks like a fun team to be around. Good luck next year. But, damn, they got smoked.
I do just want to say one thing about... I missed every bet that I placed this weekend. I placed, I think, 4 bets total on both games, and
that takes a skill.
All 4 of them were an L. Saquon Barkley, you had a good game, brother. What did you have? 2 touchdowns? 3 touchdowns? What was it? 3?
3.
3. Him and Jalen Hurts had 3 each.
I don't care that you had 3 touchdowns. You're still a sorry bitch for what you did yardage-wise.
What do you need? Like 2 more yards for you?
I had the over 122.5 because...
Oh, yeah, 118.
Here, listen to the research, though. First time they played Washington, 146 and 2 tuds. Second time they played Washington, 150 and 2 tuds. Third time they play Washington, the over-under's at 122. That looks free. 118.
I mean, he averaged like 8 yards a carry. He just didn't get them. He just didn't get other carries. It's not like he didn't play good enough.
Bro, his first run, he ripped off a 60-plus yarder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought I was in business.
The best bet of the day was Saquon's longest rush, and it was over like 24.5. When they got the ball and handed it off to him, and he just fucking ran up the middle, I go, well, that was the easiest $20 I've ever made.
I also think that running backs on the same team should not be able to wear close to the same number.
You were getting confused by Will Shipley.
Is that who number 28 is?
Yeah, the white guy.
Yeah, he ripped off like an 80-yarder in the fourth quarter towards the very end of the game. And the whole time he's running down the field, I'm going, yes, my bad hit my ball. And then he gets tackled, and I see a not Saquon Barkley guy stand up, and I go, who the fuck is that? And why is he there taking up yards? I was so mad.
Not Saquon.
I was so pissed.
Oh man.
I mean, but yeah, hey, shout out Saquon, 3 tuds. Shout out Jalen Hurts, 3 tuds.
Did you guys see that Philly fan that can't pronounce Saquon's name?
Saquon Barkley.
Bro, that was crazy.
Saquon Barkley.
The 3 touchdowns by 2 players marks the 3rd time ever that has happened in the playoffs. The other 2 times, 2020, Travis Kelce and Damian Williams on the Chiefs. And
Wow,
then,
what a weird stunt by Damian Williams to just
Yeah.
dominate.
he probably just got punched it in. He probably honestly just punched it in.
Run by this type line.
And then another one, 1995, you had Jerry Rice and Ricky Waters, both 3 tuds each. And yeah, it's pretty cool stat. I'm looking at Damian Williams' rushing here for a quick second because I was kind of curious. He only ran for 47 yards. He had
Yeah, he
two
was just
two rushing,
punching
1
them babies in.
receiving. Yeah. Yeah, he was total scrimmage yards like 68. So, but he's just punching that shit in. So shout out to them. From the game itself, Washington, I don't think has a lot of star power on offense, which I think kind of hurt them. They had to go for it on 4th down and a lot of tricky plays to even get down the field. And I think it just comes down to turnovers. Eagles just forced
Fumble.
turnovers over and over again. And that's why their defense is so damn good.
That early fumble, like, kind of like killed them on, like, pretty early on that kick return when they scored and you just gave them the ball right back on the 20-yard line. That was already like ooh, is this over? Like, and it wasn't even that. I think it was 7-3 at that time, 14-3 maybe.
It was a close
But it
game
just
still.
like, yeah, it was like, ugh, can't do that versus them.
And Zach Ertz had a legacy game too. Sorry, go on.
I unfortunately had to kind of choose between which game I wanted to pay more attention to. I had some stuff I had to do on Sunday, so it was like do it early and only catch bits and pieces of the Eagles and Washington game, or do it later and only catch pieces of the Bills Chiefs. So I obviously chose to watch all of Bills Chiefs. But there was a lot of people talking about how there was some calls in that game that didn't really go Washington's way. I mean, when you lose 55-23, it's like, all right, well,
Did that matter?
if 2 calls would have went your way,
What is it,
Would that have
55-35?
changed it?
What does
Yeah.
that do?
So you brought up calls, and I feel like we just have to perfectly segue into the Chiefs Bills game because,
That's a fucking first down. That was a first down.
Just as most people would expect, there were some questionable calls in the Chiefs' favor. So let's get into it. Let's skip the Josh Allen first down. I want to go to the last play of the game.
Oh, Kincaid's non-catch. When there was a
And-
ghost penalty that
then
magically
they threw a
disappeared when he
flag.
dropped it.
And picked it up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not one of those people that's putting any stock in that. Like, oh, they were going to throw a flag and say it was like, I think at first they thought they seen something and picked it up. Like, no, it wasn't that. Like, that happens a lot when they throw a flag and they pick it up. Like, nothing was there. So
It does, but it doesn't look good in that scenario.
it doesn't look good when it's the Chiefs.
No, it doesn't look good
I
in that
mean,
scenario.
let's say you guys, hypothetically, people were saying they threw that flag to save the Chiefs in case if he caught it, right? All right. If it was still a penalty going to be on the Bills, even if he didn't catch it, wouldn't have changed the fact that they would still get the ball back. You know what I mean? Them picking it up does not change. Like, it would have benefited the Chiefs actually more if
Right.
the flag counted towards or against the Bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it was like,
I just
what they said it was in the secondary. So were they going to call offensive PI? Like, I didn't see them calling that.
Yeah.
I need them to disclose what that penalty was going to be for before it got picked up.
I mean,
don't-
Tell us
since
what
it
the
got picked
penalty
up,
was
I don't
and who it
think
was
they will.
on.
I don't think they will since they picked it up. You know what I mean?
I don't think so either. But it got. I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, the reffing in that game wasn't too good because we see players bitch for fouls and stuff or for flags all the time. Josh Allen had to point out a holding where was it Shakir was getting tackled by a linebacker, and Josh Allen's still holding the ball, and he's just pointing. He's like, "Fucking call it, damn it!"
I mean, listen, whether it's the Chiefs, whether it's the Patriots, whether it's the Cleveland Browns, at the end of the day, there's going to be human error. Were there two controversial first downs that Josh Allen had that weren't called first downs, or was it just one? I thought it was two.
Well, there was one before it that made it a 4th and 1, and then that's when they went for it. I don't think that third down was a first down.
I don't think it was either.
A lot of people were saying it was. If you do it in actual real slow motion, his elbow, forearm was down where the ball was behind the line of scrimmage. That was a good placement.
And on the fourth
Next
down,
play.
am I crazy, or did the ball not cross, but like his body did? Because that's what I seen people like debating.
I mean, that one is. I don't think that one is as clear cut as people are making it out to be, in my opinion.
I thought his body crossed, but like I know people are like, how did your body cross, but not the ball? But like I think he was lunging forward, and the ball was like tucked, and he was like leaning, but like the ball never crossed the first down marker.
Yeah, that I'm not sure of.
I mean, from what I saw, I see it can go, and it could go either way. But
was it conclusive video evidence to overturn it to a first down?
I don't think so.
There's a video that's called "Looking at Every Angle of Josh Allen's Controversial Fourth Down."
Yeah, he got it.
You think he got it? Now, how much time's left in the game? Do you see that?
They're not showing the clock.
All right, hold on. I can go play by play
Yeah, bro,
here.
this angle right here, I don't know if it's the same angle you're looking at.
Is there a line down the middle of the screen?
Like a line that's drawn in that matches the yard line?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got that. I'm gonna be honest.
Maybe not from this angle though. Hold
It
on,
wasn't really close. Now you have to wait for the sideline view. He's there.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send you guys a video.
So, I mean, I guess this was in what, early 4th? So, I guess
Yes.
I was thinking in my head, I mean, you can throw a challenge flag. Coaches decided not to throw challenge flag, but I mean, they did play the replay officials reviewed it, but I mean, if there's no clear cut evidence, then I guess it stands the way it was called on the field.
I don't want to be that guy, but you get into a close game with the Chiefs, it's never going to end well, whether you think the refs are going to win it for them or whether they're going to win it. At the end of the day, the Chiefs played a really good game. They played great. Like Xavier Worthy had almost 100 receiving yards. He hasn't had a great game many times this season, and he had almost 100 yards in the playoffs. So it's like when you get into a dogfight with the Chiefs, it's just not going to go well for you. But from those videos, what do you guys think? First down or no?
I think if they roll it a first down and then review it, it stays a first down. I think if they roll it short and they review it, it stays short. I think it's
and
that
that's
close.
Exactly what happened. Because it was so close. I mean, he did go over for a quick second, and then it was back. Like, it's tough.
I think that the replay reviews need to be more in depth than they are. I feel like the replay reviews, they only show the angles that we kind of see on TV. They don't like really look into it. It's just kind of like, well, it wasn't that indisputable.
Now, did you guys think that this was the year the Chiefs were going to go down to the Bills, or were you in your head the whole time like, no, the Chiefs got this? I mean, because I took Chiefs money line at the beginning of the game. I said, yeah, it's the Chiefs. They're going to win.
I mean, real quick to go back on that play. I mean, it's still early in the game. Buffalo's up 22-21. Kansas City does get the ball and score a touchdown, so they go up. But then Buffalo goes down, scores a touchdown, then they go up. So it's like you had multiple chances to still win that game. Kansas City went down, kicked a field goal, and then they had the ball to, like you said, put a drive together and win. And
so like they could have tied the game with a field goal or scored a touchdown. So it's not like it was the fourth quarter. This is 4th and 1, no more timeouts. This is it, and then they controversial call it. Like that's a call that happens. Like
their first play from scrimmage, their final drive, you run with Ty Johnson. Why?
Yeah, when James Cook is cooking.
-1 yard. You know what I mean? But then Josh Allen gets a first down with his legs, incomplete to Shakir, incomplete to Samuel, and then incomplete or not incomplete, actually pass short to Cooper, and then that 4th and 5 happens to where he tries to make something out of nothing. Kincaid doesn't catch the ball.
On that play where he was trying to make something out of nothing on the 4th down, I'm not sure if you guys really like saw the replays of that and have seen people talking about it. First of all, Kincaid, if you don't dive and you just continue to come back to the ball, it's right there in your hands. The dive, he pulled like a Chase Claypool unnecessary jumping kind of thing.
I think it was maybe his misjudgment, like his depth perception of how far away. Because, you know, when the ball's up in the air. And I think the hardest part for him, he's a big guy. You know, those tight ends are 6'4", or 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", 250 plus sometimes. I think he was running full speed the other way and then try to shift all of that weight back to the ball. I think he was just like running in like quicksand, like trying to get there.
The other thing, and listen, I'm not trying to say like Josh Allen messed up, anything like that. But if he would have just turned his head to the left, I know he was under a lot of pressure. Shakir on that little like bubble they did was wide open with nobody within, I don't know, 15 yards. And there was one guy, but there was a guy like out there to block if he would have just dumped it off to the swing route.
Damn.
And that would have been a first down for the Bills. But obviously the Chiefs brought a lot of pressure, and I can't put that on Josh Allen completely because
it's tough.
I mean, it's 4th down, game on the line, and you have Chris Jones in your face. Like,
shout out Spags.
That cornerback blitz, bro, untouched. Sent the DB to blitz, completely untouched, and then he's right there immediately.
I think Spags' record as a defensive coordinator is like 20-3 in the playoffs.
The Chiefs defense. Like, other than Chris Jones and McDuffie, they have two other really good players that have become household names on the Chiefs. Once again, this reminds you of the Patriots. They got Karlaftis. Where'd he go to college?
Wyoming.
It sounds about right. I was going to say BYU. They got Nick Bolton. Good player, good linebacker.
Purdue.
And then they have, what'd you say?
Purdue.
He looks like a Purdue guy. And then they have Drew Tranquil.
Yep.
Other than that, they just got guys on defense, bro. Just guys.
Justin Reed's
and like, yeah.
Justin Reed's good.
Yeah, he's good. I forgot about Justin Reed, to be honest. I did. But they got just guys over there, bro. So do we think the Super Bowl is going to be battle of the defenses, or are the offenses going to show out?
I think it's going to be literally like a combination of both. I think that the Chiefs defense, it's going to be a big battle between obviously them and the Eagles offense. And I think that the Chiefs offense is a lot lower powered, but the Eagles defense isn't nearly as good as the Chiefs either. It's good. I'm not taking away from their defense. They do have a good defense. I think
they have the number 1 ranked defense. I think the Eagles have. I think they have the number 1 ranked defense. I think
they might. I think it'll be more a defensive battle than it is an offensive battle, but I think that the game comes down to the Chiefs defense.
Well, and I think if I'm going defense affecting significant offensive talent, even though the Chiefs don't have significant offensive talent and they're going against the best defense in the league or top 5 defense in the league, I'm still going to pick the Chiefs offense to prevail in that situation, even though the Eagles have Saquon, AJ, Goddard, Devontae. Like, dude, the Chiefs is just... Like I said, this is the Patriots all over again. We're seeing it live.
We seen them lose the statistical battle, yards, rushing, passing. The only thing they really don't lose is that turnover battle. But
is it still true that throughout the playoffs, every team with the most yards is lost? I know up until the divisional it was. I don't know if it was the same.
I assume the Eagles definitely out scrimmage yards than the Commanders. That's just my assumption. I just assume. I feel like that's just my guess.
I mean, maybe they had some short fields because of turnovers.
They stopped a lot. So. I will say, according
the Eagles They had 100 more yards, 109 more yards.
According to Pro Football Network, they ranked the NFL defenses, and Broncos were 1, Eagles were 2, and I guess the Chiefs on theirs are 14th. So I don't think they're 14th in my opinion. I don't think they're 14th in my opinion, but according to them, that much better.
I don't think so either.
I definitely think the Eagles turnover. They force more turnovers than the Chiefs do. Chiefs, I think, are more bend don't break type of defense, to where the Eagles, they're gonna get the ball punching it out. They're all dogs over there.
That was the key to winning a championship. Having an offense of a bunch of nobodies that can just kind of do everything. Outside of having
done 3 times.
Outside of having Randy Moss, you need a good quarterback and a good tight end. Your weapons, running backs, receivers, can be whoever's. Julian Edelman's kind of an exception because he was good for a lot of years, but
Gronk. That's his Kelce.
Outside of tight ends, like Gronk and Kelce. Yeah. Like, you need a quarterback and a good tight end. But the Chiefs are doing it with. I'm not trying to shit on their weapons on offense, their receivers and their running backs, because they do have some talent.
Their offense is
they have talent there, but it's like, I think the key for them is it confuses the defense, because when you look at a team like the Eagles, you look at Saquon, you look at AJ Brown, and you look at Devontae Smith. You know that's where they're going to try and get the ball to. When you look at the Chiefs, you know they're going to try and get it to Kelce. Outside of Kelce, who are they going to really try to like hone in on to get the ball? You don't know.
Like D-Hop hasn't even done anything.
Yeah, you don't know. Look at Brady's team. There was, I'm sure, plenty of games where Edelman didn't have great games, but the team won because, they're spreading the wealth. Brandon Hogan's getting the ball. Danny Amendola's getting the ball.
Chris.
Like I said, outside of, Randy Moss and
Chris
for a couple of years, and Edelman for a lot of years. Who the hell else has been there? Can you name their running backs from all of their Super Bowls?
James White.
He got a lot of touchdowns.
I can't remember the dude that went to the Titans. Dion Lewis.
Yep.
LeGarrette Blount.
Danny Woodhead.
He
was there.
Sony Michel. This is just because I know ball, though. You know what I mean? I know ball. I'm one of the ball.
A rhetorical question.
But were any of those guys real Pro Bowlers? That are like all pros that year? No, that's kind of what.
LeGarrette Blount was actually the best running back.
I would have to agree.
But did you see, not kind of off subject, but everybody's talking about how good Saquon's playoff run has been, but did you see that Sony Michel has actually had identical stats in the playoffs in this playoff to Saquon's? Like, almost identical.
With the Patriots?
Michel wasn't. What did you say? Yeah, when he was with the Patriots, yeah. Like, stats are literally identical. I seen that graphic.
No,
I meant to send it and forgot.
He probably, I have a feel like he's more in the passing game inside the New England's offense.
Find it.
I'd be surprised if he has the same amount of rushing yards, but total scrimmage yards, I wouldn't be as surprised because he's in the passing game a lot. And as you're looking that up, the Chiefs have something that they can potentially tie and hold a record with the one New England Patriots, and that is the longest streak of consecutive games in a postseason. Most consecutive wins in a postseason. Currently, Kansas City, 9 consecutive wins in the postseason, tied currently with Green Bay when Green Bay did it in 1961 to 1968. If they win in the Super Bowl, they will tie the 2002 to 2006 New England Patriots run when they were 10-0 throughout that time. So
that is crazy.
We'll see. This was the start of their three-peat, 2023. So if they're able to do it, they do it in a three-peat cycle.
So I'm going to be honest, Dante. Saquon this playoffs.
Yeah, it's not
rushes,
identical.
442 yards and 5 tuds. Sony Michel in his best playoffs had 71 touches, 336 yards and 6 tuds.
Yeah.
But that's counting all the way up to the Super Bowl. Obviously, Saquon hasn't played in the Super Bowl yet.
So this guy lied.
Agreed. I didn't lie. I led you astray more. All right, so Super Bowl predictions, fellas. We say wrong shit all the time on here. We might know ball, but we be wrong.
Shout out Pat
Yeah, Pat
McAfee.
McAfee thought the Minneapolis Miracle happened in 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was
Brett
crazy.
Favre and Drew Brees playing. Close enough.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was freaking Case Keenum and Stephon Diggs. Like Stephon Diggs is in college then. Jesus Christ. Maybe
He
high
might have been
school.
in high school. Yeah,
Yeah.
middle school.
Go ahead, Derek. Go off, King.
Kansas City, Philly. We didn't make a big deal this year. A lot of people didn't make a big deal this year about the logo. Should have made a big deal about the logo again. There's some red and green in there.
There's some red and some green.
Kansas City is favored -1.5 here, and the over/under is 49.5. So they're kind of expecting maybe around what Jordan said. Not as high scoring, but the offense is going to play a big factor in it as well. So
I think the Commanders Eagles over under was also like 52.5 or something like that. And that shit went
The
to
Eagles got it themselves.
yeah, the Eagles
But
went and did it
you just
themselves.
never know. You just never know.
I
Why we
don't.
watch.
Whoever wants to go first, I'll let you go first.
You.
Who do you got? Me?
Go.
All right. Okay.
You, yeah.
So first,
go.
everyone's saying this is going to be the three-peat. Travis Kelce, Taylor
He's going to
Swift,
propose on the field after the game and announce his retirement.
The
That'd be
NFL.
Crazy.
the NFL as a whole are rooting for the Chiefs. And if you're a bettor, you should have betted them all the way. But if I'm a bettor, I bet them no longer. Give me the Eagles. Eagles, better defense. They're going to force some turnovers. Not exactly on Patty Mahomes, but on other players. And I just think they have a better overall team. We'll see if that stands true. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles.
And who's your Super Bowl MVP from the Eagles?
Cooper DeJean.
He did have a good game versus Washington, though.
I could say Quinion Mitchell. His only 2 interceptions are in the postseason this year. That's crazy. Now give me Super Bowl Saquon. Give me Saquon. I think that's a safe bet. Or Zach Bond.
Zach Bond's been balling.
That's
Never,
the most
never
improved
would've
player of the
expected.
year, without a doubt.
100%.
People were
100%.
saying Sam Darnold, but that improvement from no.
Well, comeback player of the year, people are still voting for DeMar Hamlin, even though he died 4 years ago.
Still alive, brother.
Yeah, he died 4 years ago and came back. You can't keep winning comeback player of the year. You got it once.
I think
You're not coming back from anything this year. You came back from it last year.
I know. With that, the AP voters they were told that it's not a statistical improvement year. It's supposed to be you came back from an injury or something like that, and still they voted Sam Darnold.
He wasn't hurt.
No, I agree with you, but I'm saying that is the reasoning for that award. It's not supposed to be most improved.
Last year.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying it's supposed to be not most improved, and they're still voting Sam
Yeah.
Darnold, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know who else would you even choose for comeback? Like, who was hurt and came back and like played decent or played good? I don't know.
No.
You'd have to
Deshaun.
you have to get to some random player, and I really don't know who you would give it to. But yeah, I'll let you guys next picks. You got Dante.
We've talked about this numerous times, and I told you Patrick Mahomes is Brady. This is the Chiefs. This is I've given you the comparisons. There was a lot of years where people just kept betting against Brady, and I'm sure they lost a lot of money over that time period. I will not be one of those people. So give me the Chiefs to squeak one out. Whether the refs help, whether Taylor Swift sprinkles some voodoo on the game and they win, but I think they go ahead and win. And Patrick Mahomes is Super Bowl MVP. He wins in a heroic effort. Maybe even goes off the field limping a little bit and comes out and still balls out off of a bum ankle.
Carson Wentz wins
Reminiscent of before. So give me the Chiefs. Give me the over in the game too.
MVP.
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. And give me the over 27-24.
Juju has a 3 reception, 125-yard, 3 touchdown game.
that even possible for him to do anymore?
Yeah.
I
He
hope
almost did
not.
it this past week.
And call me crazy. Take Saquon's under
I don't know what it's at right now.
120 probably.
You think Chris Jones is going to stop him out there? Karlaftis is going to get in there?
Listen, this is Spags we're talking about. A defensive guru.
And this is
He's going to
Kellen.
limit.
This is
He's
Kellen
gonna limit
Moore,
it.
a great offensive mind, a great great quarterback in the NFL. Kellen Moore.
Go ahead, Jordan. Okay.
I did want to say really quick before I make my pick, I pulled up the comeback player of the year odds. Currently on FanDuel, Joe Burrow is favored -210, Sam Darnold +145.
Oh, Joe Burrow did
And-
get hurt last year.
And outside of if you were to take away where they had to be hurt last year, J.K. Dobbins would technically be second. And there's not odds for him, but Kirk Cousins would be third, Nick Chubb would be fourth, and Tim Patrick would be fifth.
Tim Patrick has torn his ACL and blown out his Achilles throughout his career, I think. So,
Every
yeah.
year.
Yeah, it seems like he's
Joe
hurt every
Burrow.
year. Joe Burrow deserves it, 100%.
But I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to call it a Cinderella story because they had a good season anyway. They just won a lot of one-score games. You know, all the way through the playoffs, they've played solid in the playoffs on both sides of the ball to be able to get to the Super Bowl, obviously. But as Philly's mayor would say, let's go. ELGSES. Eagles. Give me the Elgsis.
Did she spell it
In the
that
fucking
bad?
Super
I know
Bowl.
she
Yeah.
messed it up. Was it
Oh,
that
yeah.
bad?
That's quoted from her.
I thought she just forgot the
ELGSES.
A. I thought it was ELGES.
No.
No, sir.
It was rough.
Unfortunately not.
Not as bad
Damn.
as Duval.
Now my dude said Duval.
Cohen, I'm not playing for you, coach. I'm sorry. I'm
Why do
sorry.
we want to get like sensual?
I'm sorry.
Duval.
I'm sorry, Cohen. I can't play
But-
for you.
The Cinderella run comes to an end. Travis Kelce cannot propose to his girlfriend after the game. I won't even say her name because they'll be losing. There will be green and white confetti falling all over the field. And Travis Kelce is going to be walking his sorry ass to the locker room.
You hate Travis.
Also,
it
did you
sounds
guys
like.
see that Taylor Swift is really just another football fan?
I'm
Did
gonna
you
kill
see
myself?
the video that had like the subtitles of her like when he would drop a pass and shit? She'd be like, "I'm gonna fucking kill myself."
I
She-
like it.
She'd
Hell
be in
yeah.
the crowd
She's
saying it, or
invested.
she'd be like, "God damn it, I'm gonna have to go to the hospital for this."
Yeah. Hey, shout
Just a
out T
regular-
Swizzle.
Just a regular fan. I respected her a little bit after I seen her say, "I'm gonna fucking kill myself."
They got a lot of goats over there, bro. T Swizzle's one of them.
In game, of course, because we have to post this on YouTube and we might get demonetized for that.
We're quoting.
Very true. Very
Quotes.
true.
Giving a quote of what Taylor Swift said.
Yes. Shout out her.
Oh,
We love her
My bad.
music.
Sorry, guys.
Any closing remarks from any of you folk before we peace it out?
Darius Slay better have 2 picks.
All right.
Go Chiefs.
Go Browns.
Go ELGSES.
Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't, join our Discord down below in the description. We chat, we talk shit. Join us. Talk some shit with us.
Join it. We want to love you, dude. Join us. Is
Peace out.
that what it sounded like?
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Put your predictions in the comments and tell us if you think you don't have to give us a score prediction. Give us a game prediction. Who wins? Tell us if you think it's going over or under down below.
Oh, I didn't say my MVP. MVP Jalen Hurts.
You're
And whatever gets the most votes on over under, I will bet. So we will keep a tally on over or under, and whatever gets the most votes, I will take that bet.
We'll be running a poll in Discord
Yep,
sure.
I'm gonna take the vote. I'm gonna take whatever vote
and
wins.
Twitter.
Unfollow.
I'm chewing on Ice Cube.